Good evening and welcome back. I know it was slightly an off video yesterday. Um, I had to probably put a video which I had recorded 2 weeks back uh, as a second part of the discussion that I wanted to have yesterday. And in fact, like just to confirm, things are going worse, and there's a lot and lot of discussion that are going on to see if the lockdown has to be brought back into picture, at least in Bangalore. I don't know about the other districts or other states. So uh, probably yeah, we should start preparing for it both mentally and also to the situation like essentials and all how to know how they'll manage. We just need to get prepared for it. But having said that, today I wanted to talk about one very specific topic, which is about why creators stop creating. It's a very kind of like a very complex phrase to digest. So I came across this video on YouTube with a similar title, "Why Creators Stop Creating," and then I realized that why not answer it from my own perspective, like to be very honest, and like what most people would have seen, there isn't much of a new stuff which is from my forte that I have put up on the interweb since probably I would say 2.5 years. It's been a really long time since I've actually gone out to create something and put it out to public to view or anything like that. Nothing major. Though I've gone out, though I've shot so many things, though I've created quite a lot of videos, but it's not close to or up to what I was supposed to be doing or like what I was used to doing. Now, let me tell you from my perspective why I have taken a break from creating something and how did it all start or how will this whole thing continue. First of all, it was like for me quite a few factors which were driving towards this decision. Okay, I don't know. I was just recalling things, and I just realized probably I can list down about some four, five, or six points. But I'll see if I can try to make it very short and simple. First of all, I personally needed a break. Okay, on my own personal front, I just realized that my kid was due in 2018, and I just realized that it was high time for me to put like a sort of like a break on the way I used to travel or on the way I used to get occupied and spend a little bit of time, a little bit of valuable time with my wife, and also like was expecting. And again, once my kid was born in 2018, I just felt that I need to spend more time with her because the early stages is when you can see a very drastic changes in their growth day by day. 2 years down the line now, I just felt like the time has literally flew by, and the amount of change that I see and all those things, I'm extremely proud that I was able to spend this time and I was able to understand her, or I was able to document quite a few of these things what I'm seeing. So on a personal front, I just realized that the more I take any commitments to do certain things, it might end up me be not being at home or when my family needs me the most. So that's the first and foremost point. Second thing is round about this 2016, 2018, like maybe I'll say like 2017 is when I started getting that whole vibes that you're sort of getting into that creative rut wherein what you're creating is not up to the mark, or like you're not able to come up with new ideas and you're not able to execute it well and all those stuff. That kind of started putting pressure on me. I'm not sure if I was not creating good content or if it was something else which was driving me get thoughts like this. But I just realized that I just needed some break so that I can refresh my whole mind and come back fresh. And this exactly was this time of 2018, 2019 was my way of taking that break and rejuvenate myself and just forget things that was happening. Now, when you talk about creative rut and also things about uh, rejuvenating and all this stuff, there are also things that drive you. There are also people that drive you to take such decisions. And let me be very honest with you, the the more you kind of tend to spend time with others and helping them groom their projects, or you thinking that you are a part of a group project, that type of ownership does not come with everyone else who are there in the project. And unfortunately, I'd not even say fortunately or unfortunately, but unfortunately, I felt that I was a part of few projects where kind of I didn't have the ownership, or that there was no that kind of like a concept of we in those projects, and it was totally driven by people, individuals who were driving it. They wanted to be in the limelight, they wanted all the attention, and that's not the way I work. You want to take it, you take it, but if you drive the project like that, is not when things go the way I like. So in that way, there were a few projects which I literally had to step back and just decide that I'm not going to get into these kind of projects or contribute to any of these kind of projects where there is like a literally over domination of people. Okay. And these kind of over domination, it's not new, it's not that something which I had not seen before. But when you try to over dominate and in the same time try to stample people, right, that's when it gets onto my nerves. And yeah, I was at the receiving end. Not that I'm embarrassed about telling it or not, but I just realized that quite a few projects were there wherein people were trying to overpower me by using my own strength, and rather overpower me by using my own strength as my weakness. And they just try to overtake things and show that what they are doing is great and what they are doing is best, and I'm not at all supposed to be there in that picture. So in that way, I felt that no, this is not working out, and that's probably one of the reason why I slowly started moving away from this whole doing of things related to wildlife, things related to probably related to nature photography, landscape photography. I just wanted to take a break. I just realized that I try to get distracted with all these things, it'll affect my overall productivity. And when I say productivity, it was showing up in the type of images that I was taking, and I was not happy. And that's exactly why I'm relating it to the creative, right? So these are all the external factors that influence you. And in between all these things, there is this other side of me, which was again overpowering me, which is the whole concept of perfectionism. Now, I am somebody who wants to give probably 100% when it comes to technical stuff, or when it comes to the way the projects are executed, be it my own personal project or when I'm contributing in a group. I somehow felt that this whole thing of me trying to become perfect or trying to make a perfect end product is limiting me from inside. And I remember quite long back, Casey and made a very good statement, like, let perfection not be the enemy of good. And that's exactly what was trying to kill me or kill my creativity sometime back. So I just realized that the more I'm trying to perfectionize some of the creations that I'm doing, I'm just ending up spoiling the whole end product. And it's all like it's hitting me back with the way things are working. So all these things, like these are the stuff which were like kept on bothering me, this mental stress, or like the people trying to overpower and all those stuff. These are the things which I felt that this is at high time I just need to take a break. And I just realized that if not for now, things might get worse. And as I told you in the beginning, it was like a very fantastic opportunity for me to take this break and spend some quality time with my family. And I'm extremely proud and happy about all those things that happened. Now, having said that, I should be back. I mean, I can't be like this forever. 2 years is already too much. And I know even in my own family, like they're telling, like, what makes you not go back to the field? What makes you not go back and start creating fresh and new things? Yes, I am prepared. Yes, I am mentally ready. I'm probably physically ready as well. But it's just that I'm just putting things into place, and I'm just structuring what is the type of vision that I have to go for, because I don't want to continue doing the same things what I was doing before. I want to create new kind of stuff. I want to write new type of things, and that's exactly the reason why I'm working on so many aspects. And one thing that I'm actually more influenced, I would say, is this whole concept of document over create. Now, this is not a new statement. This is not something which I am making. For the people who follow Gary Vaynerchuk, this is exactly what he preaches in and out. And he says, like, document rather than creating. The moment you start documenting, you try to get a totally different perspective. And this, what you're saying, is also one of those outcomes of those things that is driving me. One is like, let me document what is happening with me, what is happening in my day-to-day life, so that this kind of becomes a base for me to shape up my mind and shape up things that I'm doing. Now, in the very beginning of this whole series, I just told you that I want to work on few things related to apps and few things related to travel. That's where my mind is getting channelized to. And you might also be seeing that I'm started doing a lot of moto blogs. I've been riding a lot. I've been getting more attached to my bike, and I'm like doing like more research on that. So all these things are interrelated. I don't know if it's too early to tell what exactly is cooking in my mind, but this will definitely be the first platform where I'll actually open out and tell that what is that I'm trying to link when I'm talking about creating things, about documenting your life. Okay, so that's how I'm shaping it up, and that's how I'm learning new stuff, and I'm learning new tools, learning new technologies, learning new ways of documenting things, be it in a video, be it in audio, or whatever. In fact, like I just signed up for one workshop. It starts tomorrow evening, which is about writing workshop. Okay, it's about travel writing. It's done by my friend Lakshmi Sharath. She is doing online workshop. It's a certification kind of workshop. I'm not really bothered about the certification aspect, but I wanted to learn about how better we can write, how well I can change my thought. I mean, I've been writing since like quite a long time now, especially the travel stories and travel logs for magazines, for my blog, everywhere. But I just felt that I should refresh my thoughts, and I just feel I should relearn things and learn it from a professional, so that I know what I'm doing. I know I'm doing right stuff, and I communicate the right things. So I just signed up for that. It'll start tomorrow. It'll go on for 4 days. It's in the evening. So I'm looking forward to that. So again, this is also what I told you a few days back. Learning should never stop, and this learning should get channelized to creating new things. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do over the last and this is exactly what I'm trying to do over the last several months. And it's all planning. I should have started off one phase of my uh, version 2 of Shivakumar, especially when it comes to photo and video documentation early this year. But this whole corona situation took it for a complete toss. It was supposed to start in January, but we just later on planned it to March. And just on the day when we were supposed to go, the entire country got a lockdown. And now 6 months down the line, we see that it's going in for a second round of lockdown. So my plans are in place, everything is ready. It's just that I'm just waiting for this situation in the outside world, especially this pandemic thing, to completely like stabilize. I don't want to say stabilize also. I just want it to go off, so that when we go out with no fear in our mind, and we just go out with an open mindset, so that we can go out and create or document things like they have not been done before. That's exactly what is running in my mind, and hope I clarified why creators stop creating. And that's from my perspective. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.